Swift Day.
Oye, pero locos. This is gonna be, I guess, a venting vlog. Well, not really a venting vlog, but an update vlog. So I haven't seen you guys in about 10 months. I was supposed to do my Journey to 30 vlog for the last 10 months. Main reason why that hasn't been done is because procrastination on my part, and stuff has happened. Things have happened that either slowed me down, or I was supposed to do something and other things got in the way. That's just how it happened. So it was solely supposed to be Journey through 30 between, from the time I turned 30 to the time I turned 31. But because I missed so many months, I'm gonna continue it through 31 and give you the guys the content that I've promised you guys. And it's also a video diary for myself. So a little bit of the update. I'm gonna just let you guys know recently what I've been going through. So for the past 3 weeks, I have been going back and forth to the doctor. It's not even a health scare. It's really a health risk that I'm going through right now. So just to bring you back, or just to bring you guys up to speed, the last 3 weeks I've been going back and forth to the doctor. It's all started in November. I noticed that I would have my breasts would be tender. And normally I don't have tender breasts, especially during my monthly. I don't get that. Like, I don't get cramps. I don't get like the normal symptoms of what people get when they have they cycle every month. Normally it's just a little bit of PMS. I'm a little bit moody, and I'm definitely craving food. That's about it. I might have bad skin here and there, like acne will come up, but that's just the worst of it. But I don't normally get like, doubled over in pain, heavy cramps and stuff like that. Like, I don't get that. So it was weird that back in November I was experiencing tender breasts. Now, I told my mom about it, and she was like, well, you need to get it checked out. This down and third, you don't play around with stuff like that. So went to the doctor, got it checked out, and the doctor was like, well, there's nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong. There's nothing that I don't think that you should be worried about. You're fine. Then I went to my gynecologist as a double check to go through that again. She was like, yeah, everything seems fine. Everything seems normal. Just down and third. You don't have to worry about it. Then in December, when I got my cycle again, once again, another issue. So I was getting tender breasts, and it just hurting. Like, my one boob was specifically hurting. My right breast was specifically hurting. So finally in January, I decided to look for a doctor, look for a specialist that could, further investigate what's going on. So long story short, for the first week that I went to go see this doctor, she sent me to go to this radiology place to go get ultrasound and a mammogram. And while I was getting the ultrasound and mammogram, everybody kept saying, well, you're young, you're very young, and this and the third, you're young, you're too young to have a mammogram. And I'm thinking, it doesn't matter how old you are. You got children that will have issues with their boobs. You will have, adults. Like, it shouldn't be an age cap on when things should happen. But anyway, so I got the ultrasound done. I got the mammogram done, and I didn't hear anything from the doctor. Then the doctor finally called. This is the second week, and was like, yeah, I'm going to send you back to do an ultrasound, and I want them to do a biopsy, and I want them to give you another mammogram. So I'm like, well, I just took one. Why do I have to take another one? So she's like, well, I just want to make sure everything, looks clear and stuff like that. So I went and got the biopsy done. I got another ultrasound done. I got a mammogram done, and I also got an MRI the same day. So my breasts were like going through a whole bunch of trauma that day, because them freaking machines that test for breast cancer and stuff like that, those things are harsh. Like, if you ever see this machine, it's like a vice grip for boobs. It hurts. So after I did that, now waited a couple of days, and the third week finally comes. So the doctor's like, well, you know, you have a mass, and it's a malignant mass that's in your right breast, in the same area that you was complaining about. And the good thing is that you caught it early, and I want to send you to a breast surgeon. So then I was asking her, what does this mean? So she's like, well, it's breast cancer. So I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, it's breast cancer. I want you to take this very seriously. There's nothing to take lightly. We have to act now. Now that you caught it, we know what it is. We need to fix it, whatever. We got to go get it done. So last week, I went to a breast surgeon, and actually not last week, this week. I went Monday, because today's Wednesday. I went Monday on the 24th to see a breast surgeon, and the breast surgeon said that I do have to go for surgery, which will be next week Tuesday. I have to go for breast surgery. They have to remove the mass, and as they remove the mass, they have to remove my nipple, because the mass is, I guess, either attached itself to the nipple or what, I don't know. But long story short, I have breast cancer. So I don't know how I'm supposed to react, because between my mother and my friend, they're like the only two that know what's going on with me. So they're like, are you okay? Are you fine? Do you need anything? And stuff like that. If I have any emotions that I want to express, I need to express it, like, don't bottle it in. But here's how I feel about that. I feel that whatever I go through, it's not really nobody else's burden but my own. Because at the end of the day, it is my situation. And, like, nobody's going to know how I feel or tell me how to feel, because at the end of the day, this is my body. Now, if you guys have been with me throughout this whole journey, and people who really know me know that I was in a bad car accident in 2011, and I had to have hip surgery, and I had to have plates and screws inserted into my hip, because I basically broke the back part of my hip. So I had plates and screws holding my right leg in place. So initially when that happened, you know, it was life changing. Like, I felt like the world was going to be over. I felt that I wasn't going to have a sustainable life. All of that stuff. I wasn't going to be able to have kids, everything. Because when that accident initially happened, the doctor was telling me that, like, you'll never be able to walk. You'll never be able to have, you'll never be able to run. You won't be able to have kids. You will have problems holding children. If you were to get pregnant, if you do get pregnant, your third trimester is going to be very difficult for you. And just basically all around moving, anything that involves your legs, your hips, will be an issue for you. Now, here's the catch-22 with that. I have issues with my leg, this is true, but it's not to that extent. Like, I can do basically everything that I can do. There's only little things that are still challenging to me, like something so simple as tying your shoelaces. Like, I still have issues bending my right leg, and I have very limited rotation in my right leg. So with that being said, now here comes this issue 9 years later, where I'm going through this breast cancer situation. And now I'm like, I don't feel like I'm gonna die. Like, I don't feel that way. I just feel that I have to take care of my body more. I have to be cautious about what I put in my body, what I put on my body. Like, 90% of health issues have to deal with diet, and I see why that's a thing now, because we're not exposed to how to eat properly, what things are good for us. Like, we're not exposed to that. We're just, what we learn is from what we see. So if you see your mom and your dad or whoever raised you say that X, Y, and Z is good for you, you need to do that. We don't even take a second guess and say, all right, well, you know what? Let me figure out for myself if this is what I want to do. If I want to use this soap, if I want to eat this food, if I'm a vegetarian, if I'm a pescatarian, if I'm a vegan, if I'm a all type of things, right? Where it's like learned behavior. So there is like so many things. There's like so many things that is wrong with what we eat, what we drink, what we put in our bodies, what we put on our bodies. So much things aren't good for us. We could use something as simple as nail polish. Women get their nails done every 2 weeks. I'm an avid person. I get my nails done every 2 weeks. And there's formaldehyde in nail polish. And that's not good. Formaldehyde, they use that to embalm dead people. So why are you putting that on a living person? You get what I mean? Or something as simple as, even though candy, bread, anything sugary tastes good, but it's not good for you. Refined sugar is really not good for you. And that's the leading cause of diabetes. That's the leading cause of high blood pressure. That's the leading cause of a whole bunch of host of issues. So we really have to, I really have to make sure after I have my surgery that I have to do like a whole 360 on what I do. Now, I have been weaning myself ever since I got the news on eating certain things. Like, I love chicken, I love steak, I love lamb, I love all types of food, but I'm gonna have to give up those meats. Now, I'm not allergic to fish, I'm not allergic to seafood, and seafood is pretty good, but even seafood you have to slow down on, because I'm hearing that it has a lot of mercury in it, and mercury is not good for you as well. So I'm gonna have to have a heavily plant-based diet, and not only should it just solely be plant-based, like I would have to, like, if I do decide to eat meat, it would have to be in like bits and pieces. Like, it can't be, average West Indians. This is what we eat. We eat rice and peas. We eat jerk chicken, curry shrimp, that type of thing. Then you have your little salad. Like, we eat heavy food. But even with that, it's really not good to eat those things. And I'm gonna have to like take it into moderation. So that's just an update on that. Now, we could dive into how I feel about expressing myself. Now, I feel, like I said, I feel like whatever issues I go through, that's nobody's burden but mine. And I don't want to humbug people with what I'm going through, how I feel, none of that. Like, I don't feel that anybody should be obligated to, go through issues with me. Like, it's not their job to do that. Now, some people really want to help you. Like, if they hear something is wrong and they're like, well, you're my friend or you're my family member and you're not in this alone. I don't want you to feel that you're alone, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get all of that. And then you have some people that just want to hear what's going on with you because they like to mock your business. Like, they like to just be nosy. Like, they just want to know what's going on just to know. And then they'll take whatever information or whatever you're going through, and then, they sit there and then they tell other people your business. But honestly, like I said, it's nobody's business. If I wanted somebody to know my business, I will tell them. Then you have people who hear what's going on with you, and then they don't have no empathy, they don't have no sympathy. Then you have people who tell people their business, and then they want sympathy. Like, they want people to feel, I feel sad for you, I feel sorry for you, I feel this, I feel that, and this, that, and that. Like, some people thrive off of that. And I used to be the type where if I'm going through something, I would express it emotionally, externally. Like, I would tell somebody, well, I'm going through this, that, and the third, and I feel this way and this, that, and the third, and I just want somebody, I'm saying whatever I'm going through, and I want to vent, right? I used to do that. Now, when I go through things, I really internalize things, and I'm really careful about who I tell whatever I'm going through, because at 9 out of 10, I don't want people knowing what I'm going through, and I don't want people to feel, obligated to know what's going on with me. Like, that's just initially me, honestly. But I don't feel that it's a need. I don't feel that it's a necessity to tell people certain things. Like, it's beyond me how people can go through things, and some people could really take advantage of the situation. Now, right now, I still haven't processed fully what I'm going through. And me talking about it right now via YouTube or however this is going to play out is helping me vent, because I'm going through internally, I'm panicking. Like, I'm really panicking. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. I feel funny, and I feel like only person to blame for putting me in this predicament is myself, because health is really wealth. Taking care of your body is really something, and it's really nothing that you should take lightly, because you only got one body. You only got one body, and it's up to you to take care of it. It's up to you to maintain it. Like, nobody else can do anything for you. Now, I'm all for, if you have been through horrid surgery like me, where you lost a bone, or you lost a body part, anything like that. Like, I know how it feels to be missing. Like, you miss what's the best way to say it? You miss being your original self. Like, you're still you, but you're missing pieces of you. That's how I feel, especially with this whole breast cancer. Like, now, not only do I have plates and screws in my hip because of my injury by the hands of somebody else, now I'm gonna be losing a piece of my breast because of a cancer issue. So I just feel like, I don't want to say that I feel like I'm deteriorating, but I feel like I'm losing pieces of me, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I'm definitely losing pieces of my original stuff. That's the best way I could describe it, because I can't describe it any other way. And I did think about telling other friends. I did think about telling them, but for what? Like, everybody has their life issues, everybody has things going on, everybody has stuff going on. Like, I don't feel what I'm going through should be a burden for other people. That's just basically what it boils down to. And I don't want people to feel or treat me any differently if they find out whatever's going on. Like, if you would never know if I'm going through something unless I tell you. Like, that's basically how I operate. Like, you wouldn't know. I could be down and out, I could be feeling a certain kind of way, and you would never know unless I say something. So that's just basically how I've been operating the last 2 years. I've been operating that way, because I don't feel that it's necessary. I don't feel that people should know all types of stuff. Like, I don't know, I just don't feel that it's a need. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm gonna keep you guys, I guess, take you along this journey, because it is a life-altering journey. I'm going to try my best to eat healthy. I'm gonna try my best to live healthy, because it's what you eat, but it's also what you put your body through, what you do on a day-to-day. I have to change my habits and stuff like that. So I'm going to try my best to video diary or vlog my journey, and like I said, I don't want this to sound, depressing or, like a Debbie Downer or whatever. Because whoever's watching this could be going through the same thing, or could be feeling a way about something, or they try to find someone their age or in their age group that could be going through the same thing. Because I really was trying to find, somebody that I could relate to, that I could talk to about it. And it's hard because the support groups and stuff like that are older women, and from the videos that I've seen, a lot of these women are older. They're not really, in their 30s. They're like in their 50s. Some of them are in their 60s and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to find someone closer to age, where we could swap, feelings and stuff like that. So that's that. And yeah, I'll just take you guys on a journey with me. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Swift Day.